New figures out this morning from Surf Lifesaving Australia show that young men are at the greatest risk of drowning.
Yeah, a shocking 80% of drownings recorded in the past year were men, with many of them aged between 25 and 34. We're joined from Clovelly Beach in Sydney by Shane Dorr from Surf Lifesaving Australia. Shane, good morning to you. You put out these figures every year, but look, it's really tough to read that men are so prone to this terrible way of dying. Why is it that it's just so many young men who drown?
Yeah, no, good morning. It's great to be here. It's very tragic. I mean, we know there's been 248 drowning deaths around Australia, and men are represented way too high, as you've said. So 80% of males across all aquatic environments, and about 86% of men in the coastal environment. So very tragic. Why are we getting into trouble? Some of it is simply because we're not taking care of ourselves. We overestimate our abilities, we get ourselves into trouble. We're not wearing life jackets, we're drinking alcohol when we're going swimming or rock fishing, those sort of things. So there are some simple tips, and that can be, if we're going to go rock fishing, wear a life jacket. If we're going to go out on watercraft or go out swimming, know our limitations, swim at a patrolled beach. And if we're going out boating, know where we're going, know what the weather conditions are doing, and let somebody know when we're going to be back. So there's some simple tips. What we've got to do is stop having so much bravado and getting ourselves into trouble.
Yeah, and I think that people might be surprised to hear just how many drownings actually take place in inland waterways. But there was some improvement this year. Fewer deaths in rivers, though a lot more in lakes.
Yeah, correct. So, I mean, Royal Lifesaving has done a lot of work in that area, and so it's great to see a reduction in those inland water drownings. But, you know, as we keep saying, one death is one too many. Think of it, if it's, you know, how many of your family are you prepared to give up? So it doesn't matter whether you're at the beach, in a swimming pool, in the river or lake, one death is one too many. And that's what we all need to work towards. We need to work towards zero.
Of course, and particularly when it comes to little kids and babies, there was actually a reduction in the number of kids and babies drowning, which is some good news, I suppose.
Oh, there's always great news, especially with children. We don't want to see anyone die, let alone children. So it's great to see that reduction, but we're still asking parents and guardians to think about that all the time. Things happen too quickly. Drowning is a silent activity. People expect there's going to be a lot of noise and a lot of drama. It's not. It's a very quiet activity. It can happen in less than 20 seconds. So no matter where you are, no matter what the aquatic environment, whether it's home in the bathtub, around the pool, at the beach, what we're asking for you to do is always supervise your children on, in and around water.
Shane, just one more quick question for you. In Victoria, pools have been closed for a very long time. That means swimming lessons have been closed for much of the year for kids.
Yep.
And throughout shutdowns in other parts of the country, also shut down though for less time. Do you have concerns about that?
Oh, we have a number of concerns about the fact that a lot of areas haven't had access to aquatic venues, whether it be pools or other locations. So what we're asking people to remember is, if you haven't been to some of these locations for a while, don't be complacent. Don't think that that your swimming ability may be the same, because it does drop off very quickly. So remember, know your limitations, know where you're going, know how to identify a risk and hazard. What we're asking is to adopt a stop, look and plan principle. So stop, check for any major hazards, look around, see if there's any other dangers, and know where you're going, and have a plan. Know where you're going and know what to do if something goes wrong.
Shane Dorr, thanks so much for speaking to us from beautiful Clovelly this morning.
Thank you very much. Have a great one and stay safe.